Hi friends, it's me again. Today I brought my elephant friend today because we're going to read a story about elephants, but this might be happening in your house right now. This story is called All in One Piece by Jill Murphy. And really the premise of this story is that kids sometimes get into a little bit of trouble and they can't help it, but mommies sometimes get a little bit mad and they don't really mean to. So listen close to the story and we'll see if this has ever happened to you. All in One Piece. Mr. Large was getting ready for work. "Don't forget the office dinner dance tonight, dear," he said. "Of course I won't," said Mrs. Large. "I've been thinking about it all year." "Is Mommy's one night out?" "Are the children allowed at the dinner dance?" asked Lester. "No," said Mrs. Large. "It'll be late for little ones." "What about the baby?" asked Luke. "Granny is coming to take care of everyone," said Mrs. Large, "so there's no need to worry." And Granny days are good days anyway, right? Those are fun. Granny arrived at supper time. The children were already bathed and in their pajamas. Granny gave them some painting to do while she tidied up, and Mr. and Mrs. Large went upstairs to get ready. Tidied up, paint. Uh-oh. Luke sneaked into the bathroom while Mr. Large was shaving. "Will I have to shave when I grow up?" he asked, patting foam on his trunk. "Go away," said Mr. Large. "I don't want you ruining my best trousers." The baby crept into the bedroom where Mrs. Large was putting on her makeup. Ooh, we know how you guys love makeup. Mrs. Large didn't notice until it was too late. Look what that baby did. "Look," said the baby, "pretty." "Don't move," said Mrs. Large. "Don't touch anything." Outside on the landing, things were even worse. Laura was clopping about in her mother's best shoes and beads, and Lester and Luke were seeing how many toys they could cram into their new tights. Oh boy. "Downstairs at once," bellowed Mrs. Large. "Can't I have just one night in the whole year to myself? One night when I am not covered in jam and poster paint? One night where I can put on my new dress and walk through the front door all in one piece?" Oh, mommies and daddies and all parents understand that. The children went downstairs to Granny. Mr. Large followed soon after, very handsome in his best suit. At last, Mrs. Large appeared in the doorway. "How do I look?" she asked. What do you think the kids are going to say? The same thing I say, "How do I look?" And every day you say, "Beautiful, pretty." "Pretty, Mommy," gasped the children. "You look smashing," said Mr. Large. "Just like a movie star, dear," said Granny. "Hands off," said Mrs. Large to the paint-smeared children. Mr. and Mrs. Large got ready to leave. "Goodbye, everybody," they said. "Be good now." The baby began to cry. "Just go," said Granny, picking her up. "She'll stop as soon as you've left. Have a lovely time." One night out, right? She wanted one night out. Turn the page. There we go. "We've escaped," said Mr. Large with a smile, closing the front door behind them. "All in one piece," said Mrs. Large, "and not a smear of paint between us." "Actually," said Mr. Large gallantly, "you'd look wonderful to me, even if you were covered in paint." Which was perfectly true, and just as well, really. Look what happened. She was covered in paint. Mommies and teachers have paint all the time, and it's okay. And because we know that you don't mean it, have fun today. Do everything that you're told. Go to bed on time. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.